Okay class, today we'll be going over an excerpt from an article on the Battle of Culloden by Jill McMillan. In 1746, the Dress Act was designed to secure peace in the Highlands and followed earlier acts in 1716 and 1725. Right here, I'm going to stop and realize that 1746 is the same year that the Battle of Culloden took place, and I know this because earlier in the article we discussed the battle. Continuing, in this act, wearing Highland clothes or any part whatsoever of what peculiarly belongs to the Highland garb was banned for men who were not part of the British forces. When I see the words Highland garb, I know that garb means clothes based on my prior knowledge, and I know that the Highlands are an area in Scotland, so that is referring to Scottish people and Scottish clothing. This is banned for Scottish people because it applies to non-British people. Continuing, the punishment for being caught breaking these rules was imprisonment and, for a second offense, transportation. I know that imprisonment means time in prison based on my prior knowledge, but I'm not completely sure what they mean by transportation. This was a different time and they used different terminology to discuss different topics. I can make a best inference, which would be that they're being transported or taken away from or moved away from their home, because I already know that they're taking away their style of clothing so that they might be taking themselves, the people themselves, away from their tradition and their homeland. Highland dress was banned under an act that was not repealed until 1782, by which time the tradition of this style of everyday use had been lost in the Highlands of Scotland. So what the author is trying to communicate here, I believe, is that by the time this act was repealed, almost 40 years later, there was no more Highland garb to be found in Scotland because of the effect of the act, therefore destroying a tradition of the Scottish people.